Hello beautiful people, and welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Octavia.Darling, coming back to you with another YouTube video. I know it's been a couple weeks since you all have seen my beautiful face, if you have not already been looking at some of my other videos that I've posted recently. But I did want to create this video to check in with you all, to see how you're doing, and to give you a lock update. So keep watching this video. Okay, so lock update. I just want to let it be known that I am officially 2 years and 3 months locked, going on 4 months locked. So time is for sure flying and I'm really shocked, but I did want to give you all a lock update because I have not done one of these kind of videos before, and I would like to be consistent with giving you lock updates because my locks are changing all of the time. My hair is growing. I've learned new tips and tricks and things like that as far as my lock routine, regimen, and things like that. So I began my lock journey with the 2-strand twist method. If you have not checked out my lock journey video, I'll make sure to link it in the description box below so that you can check that out and see what it looked like where I started. But I started with the 2-strand twist method. You guys, when I started, literally my hair was like right here. But I'm going to insert some pics so that you can see how long my locks have grown since then, and how much they have swelled, like, you know, like they're swelling, so they're not as thin as they used to be. But I have been taking great care of my locks. One of the main things that I tend to do is try my best to not do too much manipulation to my hair, meaning I don't put my hands in my hair all the time. I usually have my hair covered a lot. I always try my best to sleep with a scarf. It's very rare that I don't sleep with a scarf, but I sleep with a satin scarf on my head. I try not to do tight lock styles so that it doesn't pull too much at my root, and it's not like it doesn't cause my locks to thin or anything like that. What are some other things that I do? Oh, I make sure I keep my hair moisturized as much as I can. I don't over moisturize, if that makes sense. Like, there are some people who do it every single day, and I feel like it's best that you find what works best for you and your hair type. But for me, I moisturize my hair on a need-to basis. So that can range from once to twice per week, or even more than that, depending on what my hair needs. And when I do moisturize my hair, I usually do water first in a mist bottle, and I follow it up with a nice natural oil, probably an oil that has different kind of oils and essential oils mixed in it. It's something that promotes hair growth, that moisturizes your locks, adds shine, and smells good. So that's what I like to use. After that, I normally wear my hair down or in a ponytail, which is in right now. And I try not to be so focused on it, because sometimes, and especially like in the beginning when I had locks, I used to be so fixated on like, oh, is it growing? You know, what is it looking like? What I need to do today? Oh, let me style it. Let me do this. Let me do that. And I was looking a mess sometimes. But I feel like after 2 years, I am finding my rhythm, and I'm finding out what works for me, and I'm making sure that social media does not persuade me to do something that I don't want to do as far as my personal lock hair regimen, but for me to literally try different things out and see what works best for me. Also, when it comes to retwisting my locks, I retwist on a need-to basis, or if I feel like I'm going to be doing a lock style soon. So right now, I actually have a fresh retwist, and I retwisted my hair yesterday because I plan on doing a lock style maybe later today or tomorrow, depending on how I feel, but I wanted to make sure that my locks were already retwisted. I did have a previous style, which were the large 2-strand twist in my hair. If you haven't seen that video, I'll make sure I link that in the description box below. But I did these cute large 2-strand twists, and I was wearing it in different styles. I had it in for I think about 2 weeks, but I took it out and I wore a twist out for a little bit, and then I washed my hair and I let my hair and my scalp just like breathe. So when it comes to retwisting your locks, I recommend that you do it on a need-to basis. If you've just started your locks, you might want to be consistent with retwisting your hair every 4 to 6 weeks, depending on your hair texture and things like that. But I wouldn't do it too much, and when you get it retwisted, just make sure it's not too tight so it's not pulling on your scalp. But do it on a need-to basis. As you continue in your lock journey, you'll notice that you may not want to do it as frequent, and you might actually like your locks more when they're not retwisted. That's how I am. I do like how my locks look when they're not retwisted, but since it's pretty hot outside and things like that, I kind of want to keep it retwisted for the most part since I'm trying out new styles. But towards the fall and winter months, I probably won't retwist as often. Now, going forward, my goal is to just maintain the care in my hair, meaning that I want to make sure that my hair is in its healthiest state. If I need to trim the ends of my locks, I will trim the ends of my locks. I also created a little short video. It probably was a TikTok video I did, one of the two. I'll include that in this video if needed. But I trimmed the ends of my locks because I noticed that some of the ends of my locks were a little weak and they were kind of like hanging on for dear life. So I'm like, when I would do certain styles and things like that, I didn't like how the end would be so flimsy, and I'm like, I just need to trim that, let it go, because that's the oldest part of my hair anyways. Just let it go, sis, because when you let it go, more can come to you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so trim your ends as needed. Make sure you're taking care of your ends. I will say that the cause to some of my ends looking like that, I noticed, is because when I would do my 2-strand twist, the way I would put the rubber band on my ends, I think it was causing some of the breakage. So that's something I just had to learn, which allowed me to switch up the method of how I rubber band the ends of my hair whenever I style it. So note to self. Also, if you are someone who finds that lint get caught up in your locks a lot, then I would advise that you pay close attention to that, because the earliest that you can get the lint out, the easier it will be, in my opinion, compared to letting the lint just stay in your locks for a course of time. Like, you just want it to be as clear of lint and different fuzz and things from outside, all kind of stuff, as much as possible, because it'll be easier if you catch it sooner than later. That's all I kind of wanted to share for this lock update video. I just want to say I'm super excited and super happy and proud of myself that I decided to lock my hair well, not exactly, but 2 years and 3 months ago, when the pandemic had just started. I'm so glad that I decided to embark on this journey, because this lock journey has taught me a lot about patience, a lot about trusting yourself and doing what you feel is best for you. It has made me feel even more feminine, and just learning myself more and the power of what our hair can do. So if you're thinking about locking your hair, sis, this is your sign. If you're already locked and you're thinking about ending your lock journey, this is your sign not to, and trust the processes. Don't become discouraged. If you do get to a point where you're feeling like you want to throw in a towel, girl, go ahead and go on TikTok and type in lock styles, lock tips, things like that, and let the lock community encourage you, because we're real on TikTok, okay? We encourage each other, we uplift each other, we share tips and things like that. So if you need that kind of community, check us out there. But thank you all so much for tuning into this video. As always, don't forget to follow me on Instagram and TikTok at Octavia.Darling. And I will see you in the next video.